Okay, I want to do a video and refresh everyone on mapping network drives, and I'll also show you how to figure out what's being shared on the computer. Um, First thing we'll get to here is if it's a new computer or something like that, and this is something we forget a lot, is if we go to View, we can go here, and I usually leave these three check boxes up here checked, item check boxes. File name extensions and hidden items. That means it shows you, like the file name extensions, like if it's an MP3 or whatever type of file is you're looking at. Okay. Now another refresher is when we're looking at this kind of stuff and we're trying to tell what's mapped and what isn't mapped, the only place we're going to be able to do that from is this PC. Now if you look up here on top now, when I'm on the C drive, I don't show a computer button. But if I go to this PC, I can not only right click and see map network drives, I also now have now here's the view I was just in, but I also have this computer button now I can push. Okay? So, and what I can do, now first thing I want to do before I forget is if I want to show you how to figure out what's being shared right now, all you really have to do is type in local host. Hit enter, and that tells me the only thing being shared from this computer right now is the C drive. And that's nice to know if you want to know what's being shared. Okay, so if I click back on PC and I click on computer, which I'm already on, now if I go, now what I want to do is I want to, now if I just double click on that drive, it will reinstate it. So if I go back and get back to this PC. Now these are the drives that right now that are mapped to this computer. So if what I want to do is I want to delete this map because I want to show you guys how to map it out. So if I push on there, I'm in my PC obviously, and if I go up here, now on the older systems you had to hold the mouse over this. On this one you just click right there, and I'm going to disconnect that map drive. Okay, that was Surface 7. Okay, so now if I want to map that drive back to this computer, what I would need to know is I would need to know the I would need to know the host network path. Okay, so all I would do is I would go to that computer and I would right click on the C because that's what I want to map to this computer. I would go to properties, then I would go to sharing, and then that network path for that drive that I'm trying to share is // Surface Pro 7 /C. Okay, so that's what you got to figure out from the other computer you're trying to map. And this is if you're already logged on to the network, of course. You're already got to be able to see other computers on the network. Now, there has been times when you do have to enter passwords. First time it might ask you for the username and password of the network. Then it could also ask you for an administrator username and password for the computer that you're actually mapping the drive from. So in this situation, we want to go map that drive. So we always got to be back up here in this PC. And we'll click up here to map a drive. I don't really care what the letter is here. Every once in a while it'll tell you already have that one mapped or something. But so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go // and that was called Surface Pro 7. And I'm going to put one more / in there. And I'm not going to put the C in there. I could put the C in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit browse and see if I don't have anything in there and I hit browse. Now this time it actually came up with there because I've been mapping this same one a few times making these different videos. But if it didn't come up in there, then well, let me remap it because I didn't map it yet. If it didn't come up in there, you would just have to make sure and have the network path in there. So we got Surface Pro, that's going to be 7 /, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit browse. That's going to show me that computer right here. then I'm just going to go ahead and click on that C. Now I could click on any other these folders too, but I'm going to click on the C drive, and I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to hit finish. Now we have that. Now it automatically double clicks it and populates that drive. But so I'm just going to close out of there, and then now I have that third drive map, that Surface 7 right here. I also wanted to add to this video some tips about sharing files also, or drives. So we're in Internet Explorer. If I right click on the C drive on this computer and I go to sharing, now this is how you share this actual drive on the network. So, and the way I know this is already shared is, remember how I could double type yeah, you got it. So that tells me when I got the 2 backslashes and then localhost, that shows me C on here. So C is the only thing that's being shared on this computer right now. So the way I know that also is, and how I have to set it is, if I right click on my C, I go to Windows and Sharing, and if I go right here to Advanced Sharing, now this is grayed out, so this doesn't let you do anything. If I go to Advanced Sharing, if you need to check right here to share the C drive. Okay, so that's checked. So that's sharing that C drive. Now, what people spend a lot of time doing is that sometimes that's not all you have to do. Sometimes what you need to do is you need to go over here to Security, and as you can see right here, see, everyone has full access, allow. So you got allow and deny here. So if you go down to some of these, like user of this computer, the actual user of it only has a few of things it allows. If you go to the administrator, of course, it has all of them there. But generally what most people do on secure networks is just put everyone. If you want to share that to everyone, and you can just choose who you want to share it to up here. But you would put if you're trying to get it working, you can't get it working, you're like, what the heck? I would go ahead and put everyone up here. Now this is already in here, but you can remove it or you can add it. And when you add everyone, you would hit add, and then you put in everyone, and then you would click the top one here, and then it's going to put all the checks in all of them. You'd hit OK, and now you got everyone in there. So that's generally the easiest way to do these. And of course, you have to be logged onto the network, and you could possibly need the administrator username and password to do that. But I just want to go over that real quick with you guys on sharing, because I know a lot of people forget about that security part of it, and they just, they never get what they want to share. So if you could, please like and subscribe. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm sure I would answer them or somebody else will answer them. Thanks a lot.